Good morning, team. Today I want to talk about elevator safety tips for parents. Carefully listen elevator safety and follow it. We love having kids around, but we also have to make sure they're safe, especially in those metal boxes that take us up and down buildings. Elevators. Elevators can actually be hazardous for little ones if we're not careful. So buckle up, or should I say elevator up, because we're about to go on a ride through some important safety information. Parents, we teach our kids important lessons about safety every day. But do your children know how to stay safe in an elevator? Modern elevators are relatively safe with proper installation, maintenance, and regular service. But accidents can still happen. It's important to teach our kids how to be safe when riding in an elevator. I've put together a few simple tips that can help parents keep their kids safe during elevator rides. Okay, parents, let's talk elevator etiquette. Elevators are a common part of our daily lives, whether we're at the mall, in an office building, or even at school. Teaching your kids proper elevator etiquette is essential for their safety and the safety of others. Rule number 1, always let people off the elevator before you try to get on. This simple act of courtesy ensures that there is enough space for everyone and prevents unnecessary congestion. Make sure your kids know this golden rule of riding elevators. Explain to them that waiting for others to exit first is not just polite, but also a crucial safety measure. Not only can this prevent injuries from colliding with people exiting the elevator, but it also helps prevent accidents from happening where the doors open. Elevators can be busy places, and rushing in can lead to mishaps. Those gaps between the elevator doors and the floor, those can be hazardous for small children. Teach your kids to be mindful of these gaps and to step carefully when entering and exiting the elevator. Teach your kids to be patient, wait their turn, and let people off the elevator before they try to get on. Patience is a virtue, and in this case, it's also a safety precaution. It's the polite thing to do, and it will help keep everyone safe. By instilling these habits early, you're helping your children become considerate and safety-conscious individuals. So, next time you're waiting for an elevator, take a moment to remind your kids of these important rules. It's a small step that makes a big difference. Don't allow kids to press random buttons. We've all been there, stuck in an elevator with a child who's discovered the magical world of buttons. It's a common scenario, and while it might seem like innocent fun, it can lead to unexpected consequences. While it might seem harmless, a child gleefully tapping away at an elevator's buttons can disrupt the elevator's operations or even set off a false alarm. Elevators are designed to respond to specific commands, and random button pressing can confuse the system. Many modern elevators have emergency buttons on their panels, and a child pushing random buttons could accidentally trigger one of these safety features. This could lead to unnecessary panic or even summon emergency services, causing a lot of trouble for everyone involved. So resist the urge. Explain to them that the buttons are important and that we only press the one for the floor we need to go to. Teaching children about the purpose of each button can be a valuable lesson in responsibility and safety. Take a moment to show them how to properly use the elevator. Let them press the button for your floor under your supervision. This way they feel involved and learn the correct way to interact with the elevator. This keeps the elevator functioning properly and ensures everyone's safety. By teaching children the right way to use elevators, we can prevent mishaps and make sure that every ride is smooth and safe for all passengers. Teach your kids how to enter and exit elevators safely. Elevators are a common part of our daily lives, and it's important to ensure that our children know how to use them safely. By teaching them a few simple rules, we can help prevent accidents and make elevator rides a safe experience for everyone. First things first, watch your step. When entering or exiting an elevator, always be aware of where you are stepping. This is especially important for children who may not always be paying attention. That gap between the elevator and the floor can be tricky, especially for little feet. It's easy to trip or get a foot caught if you're not careful. Teach your kids to always look down and step over the gap carefully. Make sure your kids know to step over the threshold carefully and to be mindful of the space between the elevator and the hallway. This small step can make a big difference in preventing trips and falls. Encourage your kids to keep their shoelaces tied and out of the way. Loose shoelaces can easily get caught in the elevator door or cause a child to trip. And if you see a loose shoelace, stop, drop, and tie. It only takes a moment, but it can prevent a lot of trouble. Make it a habit to check shoelaces before getting on the elevator. It only takes a second, and it could prevent a stumble or a fall. Remind your kids that safety comes first, and taking a moment to tie a shoelace is always worth it. The same goes for loose clothing. Long scarves, baggy pants, or loose jackets can get caught in the elevator door if you're not careful. Encourage your kids to be mindful of their clothing and to tuck in or adjust anything that might get caught. A quick check before entering the elevator can prevent accidents and keep everyone safe. Lastly, always supervise young children when using an elevator. Teach them to wait for the elevator to come to a complete stop before entering or exiting, and to never try to stop the doors from closing with their hands or feet. By following these simple tips, you can help ensure that your kids stay safe while using elevators. Remember, a little bit of caution goes a long way in preventing accidents and keeping everyone safe. Another important tip is to teach your kids to press the elevator button only once and to wait patiently. Pressing the button multiple times won't make the elevator arrive any faster and can be confusing for other passengers. Patience is key. Explain to your children that waiting calmly for the elevator is part of using it safely. This helps them understand the importance of being considerate to others and staying safe. Teach your kids to stand back from the elevator doors while waiting. Standing too close can be dangerous if the doors open suddenly or if someone is exiting the elevator quickly. Reinforce the habit of standing back and waiting for the doors to open fully before approaching. This simple practice can prevent accidents and ensure a smooth and safe elevator experience. When it's time to exit, remind your kids to follow you closely and to be aware of their surroundings. Exiting in an orderly manner helps prevent accidents and keeps everyone safe. If the elevator is crowded, teach your kids to wait for others to exit first before stepping out. This not only ensures their safety, but also teaches them to be courteous to others. By incorporating these additional tips into your routine, you can further enhance your children's understanding of elevator safety. Remember, consistent practice and supervision are key to keeping your kids safe in elevators. With these comprehensive safety tips, you can ensure that your kids are well prepared to use elevators safely and confidently. A little bit of preparation goes a long way in making elevator rides a safe and pleasant experience for everyone. Additionally, teach your kids to always hold the handrail if available. This provides extra stability and can help prevent falls, especially if the elevator stops suddenly. Holding the handrail is a simple yet effective way to stay safe. Remind your kids to always use it, especially when the elevator is in motion. Another key point is to avoid leaning on the elevator doors. Teach your kids that the doors are not meant to be leaned on, as they can open unexpectedly. Standing clear of the doors ensures that your kids are safe from any sudden movements. It's a good habit to develop early on. Finally, always remind your kids to be polite and considerate to other passengers. Good manners go a long way in making elevator rides pleasant for everyone. With these extended safety tips, you can be confident that your children are well prepared to use elevators safely and responsibly. A little bit of extra caution and preparation can make all the difference in ensuring a safe and enjoyable experience for everyone. Tell children to keep hands off elevator doors. Make sure your kids know to never ever touch the elevator doors as they are opening or closing. Those doors are heavy and powerful. If a child's hand gets caught between the doors as they are closing, it could result in serious injury. Teach your children to never try to stop the elevator doors from closing by putting their hand or foot in the way. Modern elevators are equipped with safety sensors, but these sensors aren't foolproof. Outro set a good example. So there you have it, folks. 5 essential elevator safety tips for parents. Remember, our kids learn by watching us, so one of the best things you can do is set a good example. If you're practicing good elevator etiquette and being safe, your kids are more likely to do the same. Elevators might seem like an ordinary everyday thing, but they're also a great opportunity to reinforce important safety lessons with your kids. Thanks to Witching Video,